All right, give it up for Mike one more time. I mean, everybody's gonna give him a shout out, but you know, he put this great place on. Real quick, before I start, I don't do drugs, so I feel like I gotta give a shout out to Sidewalks for keeping me off the streets and safe. You know, Mom always said look both ways, but no, I just got a sponsor, Mammoth Clothing. That's why I'm wearing this nice shirt. It doesn't really matter if it was court appointed. I still think it counts as a sponsor. Apparently, AA doesn't stand for Awesome Alcoholics. So, the thing about alcohol is, you think when you're on it, or when you're drinking it, you think you can do stuff that you normally wouldn't do when you're sober. Like when you're drinking or you're drunk, you think, yeah, I could open up a bar. That's nothing. I could do that. Well, let me tell you, when I sobered up, I still thought it was a good idea. And I'm going to open my own bar at one day. But here's the thing. I don't want just a run-of-the-mill bar with like a common name that you just see everywhere on every street corner. I want something that just as soon as you hear the name on a Friday, Saturday night, you know you're going to have a story to tell for Monday. Like you just walk into work on Monday and it's like, oh man, heard you guys went to that new bar. How was it? I mean, my night was pretty crazy. I just stayed home, made a couple Hot Pockets, watched Gossip Girl. Watched Breaking Bad a couple times. But how was your night? How was this new bar? Like, woo! Oh man, nothing even interesting happened. But we went to this new place. It was called the Morgue. Man, they had drink specials. They had everything there. But everybody was kind of getting a little stiff around 10 o'clock, so we just decided to duck out. We hit up this new bar on the other side of town. There were so many hot girls there. Everybody was smart and drinking. Oh, really? What's the bar called? Man, it's this new bar. It's called Daycare. Dude, the girls are so hot. I mean, but they just seem a little childish, so you don't want to take any of them home, like they got a bedtime or something. Another thing about alcohol is you tend to say stuff when you're drunk that you wouldn't normally say when you're sober. For instance, this is a personal experience. My friend and his wife, they had a couple cats, and she was pregnant at the time. And I mean, don't worry, this is nothing about her being pregnant. But they had a cat that when there was no clothes in the dryer, it used to like to sleep in the dryer, just lay there. With the door, they left the door open for some reason. I don't know. It might have been because they're from California. I don't know how they do it out there. But one day, the nicest way to put it is like Fluffy went on tumble kind of thing. Like the cat, I know. You hear that, and everybody for the most part is pretty much sober. So you're like, oh my God, that's terrible. But when me and my friend Charlie found out about it, our reaction was just way 180 degrees. Like, it's like, oh man, you know, Mittens, she's not with us anymore. She got put in the dryer. And we're just hammered, just, oh God, that's terrible. That's just, you gotta be kidding me on that one, man. Jesus Christ. And of course, my friend Charlie, he's got to try and outdo it. He's like, oh my God, that's such a catastrophe. Jesus. Vomit. Like, oh, can you just wash those clothes again for me? Minus the cat hair. I always wondered if, you know, like how AA meetings, you know, alcoholics, they got pretty interesting stories. But if you ever go to like an NA meeting and there's just somebody there that just got completely messed up, like their life just got ruined by something it shouldn't have, like glue, like just from huffing glue. Like, could you imagine if glue was just as bad as meth? Like, hey, look what I can do, and their teeth shatters when they touch it just because of glue. It's like I went with my buddy to support him for his problem. It wasn't glue, but I hear this just incredible story. And it's like, yeah. After I robbed that bank, I headed down to the slums of Border Town, where I hooked up with a 18-year-old drug mule. And we're trying to get across the border and fighting off the cartel at the same time. And then I heard myself telling these people at this meeting that story, and I'm like, oh my God. I need to just walk away from the glue. Like, glue's for paper, that's it. Nothing else. Like, holy Christ. But I got a strong support system, good family and everything. My dad, I'm not gonna lie, he helps me out with money sometimes. The other day, I just had that all too normal feeling of feeling broke, like you open up your wallet and just flies fly out with your money, or you just open it up and it's like, oh yeah, I got that bill that's due last month. And I open up my wallet and I'm like, damn it, I'm thirsty. I didn't want water, because you can get that anywhere. So I went up to my dad. I was like, hey Dad, I was like, can I just borrow a couple bucks, so I can get some Coke? He's like, yeah, sure. He opens up his wallet. He's like, where the hell's my wallet? Yeah, how much do you need? $40? What do you need? I was like, two? I just need two. It's $1.50. And he's like, wow, the price of Coke has gone down since I was your age. Like, Jesus. I'm sorry, what was that? Coca-Cola. Okay. And then he just said, like, what's going to be engraved on our family crest or everybody's tombstone is like, well, we're not going to tell your mother about this one, are we? No, we're not. Eesh. And my friend, he just became a therapist. Clap it up for him. He's helping people. Yeah. He's a child therapist. He started having problems though. Like he kept coming up to me. Oh, these meetings are going great. These sessions are going awesome. But after I give them my business card, the parents just freak out. Like they just want to kill him. They want to call the cops on him and everything. He couldn't figure it out. And I was like, well, let me see my card. Let me see your card. And he gives me a card. And I read his email, and it's therapistforkids@earthlink.com. And he's like, do you think it's because it's at Earthlink? Like, that's like, do only poor people and serial killers still use Earthlink? Or is it even around? And I sat there and I just had to explain it to him. Like, I think it's because your email says the rapist for kids at entershittyemail.com. So, I mean, maybe if it was at like Gmail, they'd still give you a little bit of credibility. Like, maybe this guy didn't get his community college degree from behind an alley. I like strip clubs. There we go. My man over there. Yeah. No. Okay. A bunch of Mormons in here, I see. Don't worry, I can't see you guys, so I don't know like what you guys are into. But I go to a strip club with my brother and some friends that come down from Washington. We're like, hey, we're gonna show you guys a great time, best time you ever had. And they're, hey, I don't care what happens. I could get robbed as long as I go to a strip club. Well, not robbed, because I'm gonna need the money to help them through their daddy issues. And our one friend, he's just standing there, just staring at this girl, just awkward eye contact all night. And it was one of those where it was like all nude strip clubs, and he just staring at her all night, and she dropped something, and she bent over to pick it up, and I guess he took it as an invitation. He's like, well, here's my chance. And we thought, oh, he's gonna go ask her for a number. Nope. Just walked right up to her and just licked her stem to stern. And we're like, oh my, he just did that? And this girl just knocked him out, just boom, just cold cocked him. And it was like a little kid. When he woke up, he's like, you don't ever do that. You don't do that to a stripper. You probably shouldn't do that to anybody at all. That's the misdemeanor. And he just looks up at her and just said the greatest thing I've ever heard. He's just, worth it, and just went right back to sleep. All right, guys, thank you. That's my time. Stan Hughes. Check out Mammoth Clothing. Thank you.